Hi everybody, Jennifer Blevins-Smith with Integral Clinic Solutions, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Navigating the Business of Medicine. Today we're going to talk about fee schedules and resources to help you check your CPT charges. Before we jump in, just a reminder to check out my webpage, www.integralclinicsolutions.com, and there you will find a resources page as well as blogs associated to all of my videos. All right, so chances are, hopefully you're watching this because you are familiar with establishing fee schedules for your practice. Whether you are a sole provider, practices as yourself, or you're in a group, you have a fee schedule set for the CPT codes in which you bill out to insurance companies. I get so many questions about how do I know if I'm billing high enough? How do I know that I have the right prices set? And there are a few things that you can do to check that, and some of that is actually running reports out of your billing system to double check. The first thing you would want to do is check your contract with your insurances, and you need to see what your reimbursement for the fee schedules are. If they have not provided you with an actual breakdown of what CPT codes and how much your allowable is, I would definitely send them a list of like your top 20 billed CPT codes and ask them if they can provide you with your allowed amount for those 20 CPT codes, because that will give you a good idea of how they're basing their charges based on the verbiage and language that's in your contract. A lot of time the contracts will say it's a certain percentage over Medicare fee schedule upcharge, and sometimes they also use RVUs, which can be a little bit more complex and confusing to people. But if you are able to get like your top 20 allowables and compare it to what the Medicare fee schedule is for your area, then you would be able to determine the percentage markup, if you will, that they're reimbursing you based on the Medicare payments allowables in your area. For example, if you were billing a 99202 and Medicare's reimbursement is $100 in your area for that CPT code, and they tell you they're going to pay you $150 for that, then you know that they are paying you an increased amount of 150%, right? So they're paying you the full $100 plus another $50, so that's 150% markup on the Medicare fee schedule, or 1.5 times of the Medicare fee schedule. You can think of it that way as well. If they were going to do a 200%, then they would give you $200. But you know, that's how you can kind of get an idea of what the markup is, and you can look at it. Another thing you can do is you can run a report of your most common CPT codes from each payer and see what your allowables are for those CPT codes. But at the same time, they might not be reimbursing you correctly. That's something you would definitely need to be monitoring. So it's good to have a foundation expectation of how much they should be paying you. So when you run that report, you can see that they're paying you the correct amount. When you are seeing your claims and the adjudication, you should have a healthy contractual adjustment. And what I mean is you always mark up your fee schedule, or you should be, to anticipate that obligatory contractual adjustment when you become in network with a provider. That is part of becoming contracted, is if you give a discount off the top, and that's the contractual adjustment of those charges. So you always want to charge higher than what you're expecting to get paid because you don't want to limit yourself. For that example, if you only bill out $150 because you know you're supposed to get paid $150 for that 99202, that does not include the anticipation of that contractual adjustment. And if your contractual adjustment is $10, $15 off of that 99202, and they're only going to be paying you maybe $140 or $135, you're shorting yourself $10 to $15 on your allowable amount because of that contractual adjustment not being anticipated in your charges. So in that situation, you would want to charge higher than the $150, maybe by charge $200, so that when that contractual adjustment comes off, it will adjust the difference between how much you charged and how much you are allowed. I hope that makes sense, but that's something you want to make sure that you're having a healthy contractual adjustment. If it's only a few dollars or something like that, or you're not having any contractual adjustments, you are not charging high enough. You need to increase your fee schedule. There is an online resource, and I'm sure actually there's more than one, but my mentor and my colleague who I work closely with since I have become into administrative roles over the years, she informed me that there is an online tool that she likes to use from Optum, and it's called the Customized Fee Analyzer. And it is a few $100s, she said, but it's so worth it because it helps you see for your CPT codes where you're in line in your region and with your payers for your fee schedule. So she said you would put in your CPT codes, like your most billed CPT codes, and how much you're charging, and then it will generate and look at what other people in your area are charging to give you an idea of which percentile you're in, so that you can make sure that you're falling kind of in with your other colleagues in the same specialty, in the same area, so you're not overcharging, but you're not undercharging, and it can save you a lot of money. So even though it's a few $100s up front, you can make up that money really fast if you're charging appropriately on your fee schedule and getting that money in return from the insurance company. So I definitely encourage people to use that. It sounds like it has come in very handy for her in their practice. And I just wanted to put it out there as one of the resources. Like I said, I'm sure there's others. I've never personally used them, but this is great to know, and I wanted to pass on the knowledge to you. But no matter what, no matter how you set your fees and how comfortable or confident you are in your fee schedule, you should still be doing your due diligence and running regular reports to check and make sure, one, the insurance companies are paying you as they state they will in your contracts. Two, that you are billing high enough so you're not leaving any money on the table. And three, just to make sure that there isn't anything wompy, or maybe there's a credentialing issue if someone's getting underpaid. You know, if there's underpayments or denials and those look really odd and you know you have a contract, then you need to dig a little deeper. So there's multiple things that you can find by running the payer allowable report with your CPT codes, just to make sure your KPIs are healthy and they're running and hitting the rates at which you expect. Again, fee schedules, charges, it's really important that you're billing appropriately so you're not leaving money on the table. You don't really want your contractual adjustments to be too high because that can throw off accounting and some other things. So you don't want to bill too high. You just want to make sure you find that perfect medium, and this online resource tool should really be able to help you. So please leave me in the comments if you have used any online resources in this fashion that might help your colleagues. If you've used this Optum Customized Fee Analyzer, if it has helped you, if you have any experience with it, I would love to hear from you guys. Smash the thumbs up button if today's video was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, please share this video with your colleagues. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.